you guys how to do maze skip. So I've had a couple of people asking me about this, so I figured I would do a video and I can post it up on speedrun.com in the forum sections, and yeah, I'll put it on my YouTube channel and I'll put it on my Twitch channel as well. But yeah, alright, so we'll get to the point of the maze. Once we get there, I will run through a few things that I will explain before we do the trick. Okay, now, first things first, the most important part here is you need to be standing on this rock. And like we're floating above it. There's no point being on the ground because it won't work. You can't get up there. So you need to be standing above this. So you jump up here as far as you can. And we're on the rock. Secondly, where the leaf here intersects the tree, so probably about here, is where we're looking. When we do the trick, this is the part where I'm going to be holding right. So once Mickey gets to this position, once he's here in the midair, that's where I'm going to be pushing right to land on the branch that's all the way up here. So, first things first, we're going to stand on the rock here. Then we're going to be on the, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, a wide controller. I don't know what it's like on the other controllers. It does work on keyboard. I tried it just before. You can get the skip with the keyboard. Might be a little bit easier on the keyboard because you only got to press 2 buttons to get across. But anyway, with the controller, we're going to be holding down and right. So on the 45, right in between them, until we get to this spot here. Then from there, we will hold right, and we should end up the top there if it's all done perfectly. Like I said, I'm a bit rusty. Alright, so we're up here now. And you just jump up here and you can see everything up here. Now, there are 2 ways to do this. First one is, obviously you can bring the camera, scroll it up. So if you're new to this, you're best jumping up a couple, like 2 or 3 times so you get the camera up here. And pretty much we're going to jump to those leaves over there. So you're pretty much just going to hold up and left, and we're going to jump here. And then from here, there's another branch that you can just see over there. Not the one that's in front of us, the one that's like over there. We're going to jump to this one over here. So we're sort of in the top and middle of nowhere. And then you pretty much jump left and then just give a little flick down so you land here. Because I'm pretty sure if you jump left, you will go out of bounds and you'll soft lock. You'll have to restart the level. You'll end up out there. Only because now this was where if we do the maze, we come through back there, we would be in 2D. But now we're essentially 3D in a 2D part. So you can fall off the edge of the stage, so be mindful where you are. I usually look at my shadow to see where I am. But yeah, once we get to this cave here, there's 2 ways you can do it. You can go up and around if you want, but usually most of us in a speed run, we will go through the cave here and we'll just clip through the wall here, grab the health, and just keep going forward, keep going left. Alright, as much as that is being said, this part here is another part of the run killer once you've done that trick and you get here. You jump off, you touch any part of this ramp, you're going to crash the game. Simple as that. For some reason it just doesn't like it. So once you're up here, the name of the game is, there's a river flowing down there. We sort of have to jump left, and I'd be left and up, and we're trying to aim just in front of it. You can't go too far, otherwise you're going to fall off the map and soft lock again. It's a bit of a pain in the butt, but yeah, usually I hold up and left for like a second, and you should land like there. You can see anywhere here. I didn't hold it for very long. It was just, yeah, maybe a second, half a second, a second. You'll work it out when you actually get to it. And then from there just jump across. And then through the door and you continue on. I will show you what happens if you do land on the ramp. So if you land on the ramp, game crashes and you have to get back in. So we'll quickly get back in. That's what happens if you land on the ramp after you've done that trick. If you just do it the normal way, go through the maze and all the rest of the stuff, none of that happens. But because we're 3D in a 2D section, the game doesn't like it. But yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll get to the maze again, and we will we'll get and do the trick. I'll show the way I do it, so that way, you know, we get on the branch, we jump up, you can see what you're doing. It's a little bit easier. Obviously in a speed run you're trying to save as much time as possible and you want to go as fast as possible, really. So the way I do it, hopefully we can get it and it doesn't take too long. And I'll show you also what happens when you soft lock as well. So we'll quickly get back to where we were again. Oh, and obviously be mindful, you know, when you're playing as well, you've got your diamond route. So however you guys do your diamond route, until you get to that point, obviously, if your diamond route includes diamonds in there, you may have to do some rerouting. But it doesn't take much. Okay, so what we do, get to the rock. We're gonna go down again, down right on the 45 on the joystick, and then right when we get to here again, so we get on that branch. I'll do it first, and then I'll explain what I actually did. Otherwise, I'll probably confuse myself. If I can get up there. Oh, I went too far. There's a point where if you hold, when you're holding left and down, if you go too far, you'll re-enter the maze. So it's not much of a big deal. Oh, there's the soft lock part. Well, I guess we'll show you that now. That happened to me because for the way I do it, I didn't hold up left long enough. Well, I held it, but I jumped too early for when I was doing it, because I choose a point in the screen when it scrolls to go up left. Usually the point I choose is when the camera just starts getting up to the leaves, to the first part of the leaves. That's when I usually jump left straight away, left and down. So it does get a bit confusing, but alright. So I usually, when it gets to about there, somewhere there, is when I go up left. So it's when we get here. Come on, Mickey, you go do the job. So up left, left, and I'm also pressing jump when I do that. It's hard to explain why you do it, but you do the first way, and then you'll work out a way that suits you to do this trick. Everybody's different. I learned a different way as well to the way I was learning. It's just whatever feels comfortable, really. But I'll try to do it and explain it. Not the easiest thing to do, but alright, so down, right. Come on. Okay. I pressed too far down, that's fine. Alright, so what I did there was I'd held, when I went up, you could see as soon as I'm going up left, I'm literally going straight left again, and then I'm jumping. Oh, excuse me. So I'm trying to do it the quickest way possible. So as soon as that camera changes, that's when I'm pressing jump and I'm going left, and I'm pressing left down. So really, I'm trying to avoid the last branch that we're landing on. So technically, I'm landing on the leaves up the top there. The ones where we go up left. And then from there, I'm pretty much... Before the camera's even scrolled all the way up, I've already jumped off. And I'm just going left and down. So without waiting for the camera to be up there and, you know, wasting a few seconds. So I'm pressing jump already. I'm across. You can still land on it and just walk off, and it'll still work. So don't be too afraid. Just